Hey guys, Walter, back at you, We Rad Dads. It has been a minute, and it's been the holiday season. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but I'll just use it as a fact. I think we all can, and the whole beginning of the new year thing, I don't know about you, I know I put a ton of stuff off this year, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll have time in January. Guess what? I don't have time now either, but I'm doing it, and I'm getting through it. Short story long, taxes and self-employed stuff, and there's a lot going on. The family is not changing, but yeah, things are actually going pretty well for yours truly. Although I understand we're all going through this right now, the whole change of the new year and the struggles associated with that. The struggle continues for all of us. And I wanted to be here for you guys, and that's why I'm recording this episode today, because it's going to be very succinct, very short, very to the point, and it's just a shout out, a thank you for listening to We Rad Dads and allowing you the information privy in my head, the stuff that I've been thinking about. I've written a couple of short episodes, but I haven't been able to put pen to paper or time into a little bit more research. I don't want to be all willy-nilly with the We Rad Dads podcast. We know it's changed a bit of format, although I want the interview style recording is going to continue. There's also just going to be me too. So I came up with a couple episodes, even just today, as a matter of fact, which, oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's my birthday today. I totally had forgotten about that. And I guess I didn't need to share that, but everyone needs to feel special sometimes. So, yeah, don't feel the need to do anything special on my behalf, but, yeah, it's been 2 years. 2 years we've been on the microphone. Maybe not every day. It seems like it in some way. What's going on with me? What's the point of this, Walter? Why are you rambling? Well, A, that's what I do, which is why I put a microphone in front of my face. And B, it's because I got a lot going on, and I'm thinking about We Rad Dads constantly. Not just the podcast, but the people, specifically the people, actually. And I'm always trying to think about how I can help you in your moments, because we're amidst moments. And if you're a single dad, if you're recovering from the separation, the bomb crater, everything, the holidays were tough, and the weather doesn't help. Well, I guess except for where I'm at right now, which I'm very lucky to be in Northern California, not Marin County, like real Northern California. Yes, I don't compare to Connecticut or Wisconsin or real winter. Yes, I get that, fellas. I get it. Very blessed over here. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the weather doesn't help the mood at all. The turmoil, the post holiday, man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda done bigger, better, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to repeat what Tony Robbins said, and many people say, claiming to be their own. This isn't mine. Don't should on yourself. I'll say it again. Don't should on yourself. Don't should. I shoulda this and I shoulda that. That's regret, and regret leads to depression, and it's just this downward spiral. So don't worry about that, guys. Don't should on yourself. Make a mental note. Make a physical note. Use the notes application, whatever phone you have, and start making a list. And checking it twice. No, seriously, I have literal miles of notes in my phone right now, and a lot of it, actually, the majority of it, I think it's over 100 pages at this point. Literal pages, like 8.5 by 11 of content for We Rad Dads that I write it down, and I don't have a whole lot of time to put into it. So, what, Walter? I don't understand. You're a podcaster. This is what you do for a living. Yes, but also no. This podcast is not something I do for a living. This is something I would like to say that it's between philanthropy and rent. I'm not sure, but either one doesn't make you a whole lot of money, which isn't the point. It's not about the monetary gain for this particular show. This show is about inspiring people to be better people. And maybe I'll have some product in the future, but I don't want to rush that process. Because, well, we're divorced and single dads, and we have almost nothing of those two things that everyone needs, time and money. And of course, there's sanity. None of us have that, including myself, especially myself. Anyway, just a huge shout out to you all this week. Here we are, mid-January, and let you know that I haven't quit, not by a long shot, actually. So I'm really excited to still be here with you, and I got to checking out my host. Now I run a production company. This is part of what I do, and that's why I've actually transitioned from producing my own podcast to producing other people's podcast. And I have a group of men, fathers specifically, that they're my clients, and I really like working with them. There's some real notable gentlemen in there, and there's some upcomers. Just really great group of guys. Glad I got in with the whole new thing. And another kind of little side caveat that I want to tell you guys that don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to do something different and new. And there will be a whole solo episode on this, and it'll be a recurring theme in my interviews. But I wrote down a whole show on this. But in short, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. I know this is something that you longtime listeners have heard me say before, and I will continue to say it. I've actually, today, I'll warn you, I came up with like a top fill-in-the-blank number things that you should do. And there's another one of those. There's the 7 essentials that is available for download at weraddads.com. And yes, I'll tell you right now, full disclosure, it's an email opt-in list. And as of this moment in time, I have emailed that list 0 times. 0 times have I emailed that list. So guys, I just want to know who's interested, who's out there, and who would like to know more. If you just want the essentials, please, by all means, go download it. I'm not pressure sailing anybody into anything, but those of you, the idea is to give you something actionable right now. It's very succinct. It's like I think it's 4 or 5 pages PDF, and it's 7 essential things that you need when your world blows up and you feel like you're just drowning. Because I've been there, and it's not a fun place to be. We've all been there, and you would be surprised at the numbers that I'm seeing on my podcast host. And what that is essentially is how many downloads I get per episode, per length of time, per country, and per county and state in the U.S. Canada, and other countries, which I'll get to here in a moment. I don't have those specifics, but here in the U.S., I can actually see who downloads from specific states. It's really, really cool. And I'm going to be honest, as fickle, I'm going to go ahead and characterize the show at this point as fickle, being that I don't anymore put shows out on the regular, which I'm trying to get back to. But being as though we've had a kind of an intermittent release of solo episodes for the most part, I am just absolutely humbled by what I see here in my libs and stats. So I was going through some other shows, and I was checking the other shows, my clients, their stats, and I decided, hey, you know what? I'll check mine. We haven't released on a regular basis, and I have a good number of downloads here. Guys, this is proof positive that you're not alone. I'm not alone, and that there is hope. And I want to be that, if you're entering into this right now, I want to be that beacon of positivity and that story, that lineage of every single step of the way, every tiny step of the way, even if we're crawling or scraping, every fingernail's worth of progress that we make, I want to be that to you guys. All right. And I'll continue to try and bring you motivation and positivity to that effect. So I wanted to shout out not only the largest consumer of the We Rad Dads podcast just this month, actually, it's just astounding. As the United States at, a healthy portion at the number 1 spot, 319 as of today. And the month's not over yet. So this is it's very humbling. Thank you, United States, for subscribing and listening to the We Rad Dads podcast. And I really don't know what I would do without you all listening. Second, any guesses for second on the global scale here, guys? So it's not Americas. It's not in the Americas. All right, quick guesses real quick. I guarantee you're not going to get it. I'll give you a sec. Cue Jeopardy music. All right, it is Okay, I have to shout this out here. The United Kingdom. First of all, United Kingdom is it's an amazing place. I've been there, and I love you all. But actually, United Kingdom is third. First is the United States, third is the United Kingdom, and you were edged out, United Kingdom, I'm sorry, by Sweden. Oh my gosh, Sweden, thank you so much. 40 downloads. I humbled. I have no words. I don't speak the local language. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. But somebody please email me or, shoot me a text or hop on over to the We Rad Dads Facebook group and let us know what is the native language in Sweden. Swiss? No? I'm really bad with that. I'm the kind of adulty American. So, yeah. And those of you screaming this right now in your car or because of your earbuds or in the middle of the gym, take your aggression out on me. Just let me know. Hey, Walter, you're a dum-dum. It's this language. Sorry, guys. Okay, and so third place is the United Kingdom. Thank you so much, UK, for listening. It's just a pleasure. It's a pleasure to know that you're listening. Behind the UK, there's a bit of a variance in download numbers, but still, I'm quite grateful. The number 4 position goes to Australia, down under. Yeah, thank you guys. G'day and shrimps and Barbies and all the rest. Yes, you're probably just green in the face, sick of those very Yank style terrible jokes, which by the way, I'm full of terrible jokes. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but being a dad actually means that a part of your brain actually develops. It unlocks. It's like experience points for you gamers. Once you get a certain amount of experience points, once you unlock the child level or the dad level, then you can make really terrible jokes. I think it's partially because you may not care as much that what people think or if they like it or not. And you're not afraid to amuse yourself because, well, let's face it, sometimes we have to. All right, anyway, enough about that. Australia, thank you so much. Number 7 downloads this month. And slightly behind them with 6 downloads is Canada. Thank you so much, Canada. Big shout out. A lot of Canadian friends actually through the process of podcasting. So very much appreciate that, Canada. Can't wait to get up and discover a lot more of what you have to offer, because Canada, as I'm finding out, is freaking huge. Like it's enormous. So I would really love to go tromp around in the wilderness. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, what do you know? It's a telemarketer. Maybe I should shut that off next time. Huh? Anyone? Yeah, that's okay. Canada, number 6. Thank you so much. And then it drops down to Netherlands. Thank you so much. Number 2, both you guys over there listening, or the same person listening to podcasts. I'm not sure which. I'm actually not sure how to read these. And then there's a series of 1s. I'm just going to go through Germany. Thank you. Romania. Oh, Romania. You actually beat the Netherlands, Romania. 4 downloads. Thank you. Germany with 1. Russia with 1, Iran with 1. That was a mistake. They didn't mean to download. China with 1. I hope that's sincere. I don't know. Iran, that really kind of boggles the mind. But, I wish you well, Iran. And let me know. If you're from Iran and listening, shout out. I would love to shout you out on the show. Also, Colombia. I would love to shout you out as well. I would also love to visit you, given a semi-peaceful situation. I'm not sure the situation in Colombia. So shout out from Colombia, guys. Let me know the situation, where you're at, how you're living. And I'd love to hear it. Japan with 1. Thank you. Konnichiwa. And New Zealand with 1. I'm also going to come visit you, Mr. 1 Download, or Mrs. Anyway, guys, real quick show today. I hope you got a little bit of entertainment out of it, and let you know that I'm kind of back on top. I've been kind of spreading myself thin still, but the desire has not waned in the least. In fact, I've been inspired by a lot of you folks out there, and I've gotten some emails, so I'm going to be reaching out to some of you folks who have emailed me, and I would love to be able to feature your emails and or email questions here on the show. And maybe we can do a brief Q&A and bring you on. I don't know what kind of shape it takes, but I would love to be able to feature more of you listeners. So guys, don't be afraid. Email me. Walter at weraddads.com is the email address. There's also the We Rad Dads Instagram. There's also the my personal Instagram, which, oh, seriously, come on. I'm trying to record a podcast here. Okay, lesson learned. Shut off notifications when you record a podcast. Happy Friday for those of you listening when this comes out, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you are dreading moving forward, if you are depressed, if you're not feeling, if you're uneasy, if you're not sure if you can do it, I have to tell you this. I, as of this year, have come much further than I'd ever expected, and it's because I opened myself up to changes. I've been reading, and I've learned a lot about myself and the world around me, and how I'm going to just drop this nugget on you right now. Perspective is everything. You can make this life, this day, this moment, this task, the best or the worst. It's all up to you. It really is in your head, guys, and it doesn't happen. It's not a landslide. It is just, you just keep taking steps towards it, and eventually you start to recognize that, you're starting to only see the good things, and you just brush off the bad. There's only so much bandwidth you have in the day, and I don't want any of you to waste it on the negatives. So with that, I will say I have a very smoky, sexy voice right now because I just got off being quite ill. Anyway, before I rant any further, guys, if I hadn't said it before 1,000 times, I do appreciate you. I do think about you, and I am really excited about coming back with more content. So with that said, stay up, stay connected, and stay rad, dads. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm still here. Even though you may not hear from me, I'm still here. So take care, gents, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Do it one more time.
Goodbye. There's the red.
How about, I'll see you later?
I'll see you later. There's the red.
How about, hasta la vista, baby?
Hasta la vista, baby.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.